Okay, let's do something quick, easy, and fun. A lot of companies spend way too much time in the end of the month getting over invoices and finding over invoices and making them synchronized with all the bank detail. So what I did is a system where you can simply take a picture of all your receipt and simply send them to your AI voice agent, to AI Telegram agent, and it will parse the invoice. So let's start with a demo. So over here, I'm simply going to take a picture of its handwritten invoice. It's going to be a very bad picture of a very bad invoice, just to show you a bit of a demonstration. Then over here, we will not take this picture and execute the workflow. And I will send the picture in Telegram to the agent. No text, nothing. Over here, it will receive the picture, have Google analyzing it. I tested 6 picture analyzer. This one was the best, and it do PDF and image at the same time, which is huge. Then it sends us on the phone, hey, this is what I noticed on the invoice. It's a car wash for a green Toyota and whatever, another car. And for a total of whatever, 260, what should I categorize that under? And you're gonna write car maintenance because this is from the company. And submit. Over here, the workflow continue. And it's done on the phone. It will simply put it in this sheet. This sheet over here have all the months and it automatically find which is for which invoice. With here, it will show it over here in August in theory. Let's see when it is done. So it should be done and up car maintenance and it all add all the information. Here there is no card provided because it is done with Apple Pay or check. And for the moment, I just set up the card because it's always the same provider except another card. So we can simply put check, Apple Pay, and other system over there. And if any information you want to give the agent, for example, I paid with a check, you can also send it here in the message we sent, and it will be done. So this was for the demo. And another system I created. Do the same thing, but instead of Telegram, it uses your email as it detects email, which are invoices, and it do exactly the same thing over here. So this will be for next time. Now let's build that. It starts with a Telegram agent. Over here, you're gonna wait for a trigger and on message. That's the first step. So over here, if you never set up your Telegram, what have you been doing this last 10 years? So what you will do is go on Telegram. Let's do it on desktop, but it's exactly the same on your phone. And you will reach to bot father. And we write /new bot. So this is on your phone. Okay, I'm gonna make it a phone. I can't make it a phone chip. New bot. And it will over here. All right, how should you name it? YouTube demo. Okay, now you need to have a YouTube demo bot. This will be already taken, so I'm going to take demo. And now it's done. Now you have a token that it gives you, and you can simply copy paste it over here. Call it something accurate, YouTube demo, and done. Now you don't save the password, and all you need to do is execute the step and click on here and start. And now you will have your agent connected and you can send him messages. And what's important here is the chat ID. So after that, you will want to download images if there is an image attached. And here you want to activate that and you want to make it big, image size, extra large. If not, it will be very blurry and very bad. So after that, you will have Gemini. If you never connected Gemini, what have you been doing these last 10 years? Kidding. Here, analyze image. Over here, it's image, but it's also PDF, okay? So if you are on NA10 cloud hosted, it's very easy, you just add. If not, what you will need to do is go on Google Cloud Console. It's actually the easier of all the Google tools to set up. And console, after that, you will type your whatever password. Blue Bubble will be a next tutorial. It will be awesome, you will see. And over here, there is a search bar. And you type Gemini API. And after that, simply you click on enable and you will paste the, you will then go into credential and copy whatever credentials. Let's do it at the same time. Then create credentials and API key. All those tools on Google are off. This one is API key. You know it because over here, it just when you create a credential, ask you an API key. That's all. And this stay the same. So you say it is no restriction, create, and then you can copy paste it. This is not the same Google account, so I'm gonna keep the one I have, but you just paste that in here and you'll be done. Close. Okay, so over here, analyze image, we need to give him some instructions. So from list, which image? Let's try sending an image to our buddy here. Execute workflow. I press D because when there is an error, you don't want to start. Execute workflow, back on Telegram, and I will send him an image over here. Okay, send. I just did that for my YouTube banner. It is a start. Okay, so we downloaded it. Now we can see over here that there is a binary file, which means a lot of numbers, which mean how each pixel is, whatever. It's or a URL or binary. So here, could not be found because this is mine. And I advise Gemini 2.5 Flash or Pro. Okay, so here you will say, I need you to, you analyze receipts and invoices. You need to extract whatever you want, the name of merchant. Here, let's put expression and make it bigger. The name of the merchant and the price, detail of item purchased, date and time, mode of payment, if card last 4 digit, and address of the store, summary of what have been purchased, basically. And what you also want is it to return always the same type of answer. So what we'll do over here is go inside of Claude and say, I want, I would like, I would like you to create a JSON example for this this prompt to output, as simple as that. And what we will do is say always output the data like this. Claude, you've been better. Okay. After that, here it's not an image URL, it's binary file. And you need to have the same name as here. 9 times out of 10, it is data. Okay. Holidays over there. That's quite bad. That's quite bad. That's quite bad. Simpler. Only what I asked as fields. So in the meanwhile, we can already start with what we have. And you will see that it will run. And also what it will output. So date, time, that's good. Enough. So it outputted the info, but it's a long text like that. And what we want is have it really better. And we can't, like when we have an AI agent, do an output parser. So we do it this way. And after that, we run a code node to make all the info better. So over here, I just like to have 2 stars before the last 4 digits. Okay, that's better. Execute step. And after it, we'll put a code node. This is gonna clean all the data for us in lots of different fields. It's basically a parse JSON, but a bit nicer. Okay, so we have the data here, which is a bit better. It tried it, you know. Oh, because race it's not a receipt. I'm so sorry. It's such a bad example. Maybe I should find a receipt. Wait, let me invoice. I'm sure I have gobs of them. Invoice, whatever invoice that is. That will be good. Send. So this time is a PDF. So you're going to have the example as a PDF as well. And over here, we'll wait that it's done. And we'll also ask Claude to clean to do the code node. In n10, my code node receive this as input. I need you to create the code so it extract these values. Okay, and here it finished. So JSON, and we use copy all of it and paste it inside of Claude and come back to our workflow. So over here, we'll put it. And then what we want is upload the file from Telegram inside of Google Drive. So what I do, you have to know that when you put a code node, you don't put a prompt in here. You don't attach anything, you just take everything it have from the node before. And the same, it don't send any data after. So the way you can send data from here to here is with a merge node. But if you want to be sure to have everything. And if you just do it this way, it will have one item, and here it will have two items. So it will trigger everything which is after twice. So you want to go here and put combine. And here, position, which means every item which come at the same time will be the same item basically. So Claude gave us a little code over here. And we're going to simply paste it inside of here. Okay. Good enough. We can try to pin that over here and execute. I think we can pin that one. No, I should have pinned the Telegram one. Let's do it again with an image over here. Invoice. Okay. Done. So over here, we have kind of what we wanted. Item purchased. Oh, that was for the next workflow I will show you. Card. Okay. So it didn't put the stars we want. We can ask Claude to do it, but let's just move on basically. So here we're gonna want to upload drive and upload a file. Okay. If you don't know how to put your credentials and you've not done it, where have you been this last kidding? But this is a bit more tricky, so it will be a different video. All the other Google tools require a bit more work, but very quickly I'm gonna do it, So you go inside of your Google Cloud Console. After that, you go and you type Drive API. After that, so I'm in the wonk, so you're gonna see it exactly how we do it. Enable. After that, you will go on the left and you will have to probably activate your app with page usage agreement. If you already done it, you can go here, create credentials or off. Then you will say web application. See, configure consent screen first. Get started. App name, user support email. This one. Next, audience internal if you can. If you want a private, you pay for Google. Basically, you can have internal and it's better. If external, you have to basically publish your app or update it every week. It's a nightmare. If you don't have a Google My Business, Google Business profile, basically, just pay for the N10 cloud at $30. Then you will go back in Drive API, manage or enable credentials, then create credentials or of client ID, web application, you name it as you want, N10 Drive automatic guy. After that, you add authorized URL here. You will add the URL in here. And you will go on here, paste it, and it's almost done. You will go copy the client ID, put it here, copy the secret, put it here, then sign in, and you will be done. That's how it works. That's weird, but I have it here. If I don't, whatever. Okay, now we want to upload. So we will look file. Then the file we want to upload is called data. It's here. And file name, here we can simply use all the information that we have before. So for example, we can use the from the code note here, the date and time and code used, for example, and item purchased. That's an example. And then where you want to put it. So here, for example, I'm just going to put wood folder, but you can go here and put something more AI agent. Perfect. So, and I like before that to put the question. You remember over here when it asks you how you want to categorize that? So over here, I'm going to go back in Telegram and you're going to go in send and wait for answer here, which is an awesome node. So you need a chat ID and you need to have the good one over here, YouTube demo and the chat ID. The chat ID, if you remember, we have it over here. And the message, I found that, how should I categorize? And you put all the information, okay, from the code node. So the date, the time. Let's do it this way, it's so simpler. Date, time, payment method, Visa, last four digit, code, here you go, store address, here you go, detail, item purchased, that's good, purchased items, and summary. I don't know, try summary, forgive me. Okay, here you go, and this should be enough, good. You can even add little stars like that if you want it to be bold and do that all over the place. Okay, and you send. And you're gonna notice that here, see it's little bold, we have all that. How should I categorize it? You're gonna click on approve and you're gonna also remove the append by N10, which is so frustrating. Whatever, kidding, not really frustrating, but it's better without it. Then here, approve. This is not what you want. You want simply to approve. You want to send a text with it. So instead of approval, you're gonna put free text. And you're gonna do it again. Again, it send it to us. And we want it to be a form. So here I wanted to categorize it YouTube expense. Okay, and come back to our workflow, YouTube expense. And I like to use that for the title over here. So YouTube expense, and it's posted. It is not binary, but was not filed. So you remember the binary file cannot travel. Here you can use it because the node right before is a binary file. Same for here. The right node before is a binary file. Here there is something between it and us. So what we will do is simply delete, put that here, put our merge file over here, and magic in the air. I might have to, let's try it, but I don't trust that it will. It's asked me again. Okay. And it is sent. So over here, we have our file created on Google Drive. And after that, what we want, we can actually just simply put a sheet and append a row in the sheet. It will really work perfectly. Let's go back over here and take invoice. Okay, and which sheet the months you want. So over here, why I choose the AI agent over here is because it's going to be able to read and choose the right places depending on the months himself. What you should do over here, instead of putting OneDrive, is looking at all the files, like you before create September, December, all of them, and it's take the good folder and put it in it instead of putting all in one folder. To keep this video short, we'll do it this way. But the best way is to actually, before that, having a drive which get all your files, basically, search, and find the good name, and then upload in the ID of the folder that you find over here. And and then you can add all your things on your sheet, let's say in August, or you map it, you make it dynamic, and you put all your data. You can all put it manually, like that, okay? Price, put it here, and put all your value, and it'll be very quick. What I like to do is have AI do it, AI agent. Because if it's called an AI agent for something over here. So system prompt is the most important here, which sort receipt in a Google Sheet. You receive data and need to put it in the accurate column and append a new row using the tool add row. The data you get contain few or all of these fields, and you put them here. You can maybe even copy the JSON he gave you. I'm not gonna put the JSON, just that. And you also absolutely need to put it in the accurate sheet, worksheet in the Google Sheet. Ellipse. This is a Google Sheet, this is a worksheet. They are all called months, year. I believe. Months, year. Yeah. X August 2025. Okay. And here we simply put all the data that we want. So not that. Oh yeah, that too. So we have merchant name. Here, I believe I have it already here. Merchant name, price, item purchased. I delete one more, I know. Check. Check. Check and check. Price, item, it was a get date. Okay, and let's put it on. And also we need the URL of the picture receipt. So this URL is going to give by us here. So this is just the ID, it's not the URL. Basically, before the URL, you need to add that. You're going to go in Google Drive, AI agent, I put it here, and the file is here. So that's where it put the thing. So we name it as we wanted. And here you have this address and the ID in the end. So you can simply come back in here and paste URL, remove the ID in the end, and dynamically put the ID in the end of it, like this. Okay, now let's add the other things from the code node. Merchant name, price, I put a little dollar before. Item purchased, here you go. Date, here you go. And you can pass it differently, the date, if you don't like it. You can come, I believe, here and put dot format or parse. It's always diff parse JSON, no format. There is a way, that's what I'm trying to say. And if you really care, you can just take that, put it in Claude, and please create a function so I can parse it this way. The months, day, yeah. Okay, and it will do it for you, and you can just paste it back in N10. Precise you in N10, so. Payment method, Visa, lost digits over here. I like to add before it. Store address, here you go. Summary, here you go. And you will give him access to a brain. So we use Open Router over here. If you never set up Open Router before, what have you been doing? You get it. You're gonna go on Open router, create an account, quickly into settings on the top right, settings, then click on API key, copy it, create one, and paste it directly. And you can send your invoice regularly. And what you need to do absolutely is somewhere over here, auto top up, which means when it come under a certain amount, it go up. And this is like 4 months of usage, so you are chill. And I also put some of my client in here. Back on track. You paste it here, you rename it with the email of Open Router, and you save it. Now, I always put the latest regular, simple, cheap, but strong model. And here you can go in Sheet and append new row. That's what you want. Append row. And you select the good sheet. For here and for here, for the months, you're going to let the AI choose like that. And if you want to use that also in a JSON, not in a thing, you can just copy that. This is the name of the variable. This is an example. This is the description for the tool. This is what it is, string, number, and then you can add also an example, which is the default value. For example, I'm going to leave that as August 2025 or July 2025 because we don't want to make it too easy. And then you can or add a description on the bottom of it, which it will add when you put the field, or you can add a description here. See if I add a description, months, year, eggs, September 2025. Okay. And it will put it over here. Cool. That's good enough. And map each column perfectly. No column found. Are you kidding me? That's because here it need to first have it one time by selection. So we can find all the column and then you can put AI. Okay. And you can leave everything done by the AI, or you can put it yourself as well. That might be even better to put it yourself. So the AI just choose a good category, but let's be lazy for one time. And I would, if you do that, put a description everywhere. It's going to be way better. And I said the tool was called add row. Remember, I said that somewhere in here. Okay. And here we have a workflow, which is basically done. And after that, we simply want to send us a message and say, hey, it is done. Send a text message. Same chat ID, you want it to be done. So I'm gonna try to pin this data and send a scenario again. But when you do that, most of the time, how do you call that? Telegram is not happy. Say we cannot pin data with Telegram. That's so annoying. But let's try again to send an invoice over here. Send. It will go. This one is pinned, so it will not consume any data over here. Problem in workflow because this is not set up. Now execute workflow and here you go. Send. It take it. It asks us how do you want to call it. One more time. Do. And over here, it's going to add it in the Google Sheet. And after that, we'll be able to send us a message over here and to say it is done. And I advise to take the URL of your sheet like that and come over here. And when you say it is done, simply, there's a problem over here, we're going to resolve it. Simply say but you don't want it to say it's done. You want it to answer the truth. So that's what you want to send. And what was the error now? So chat ID, you want to take the chat ID over here. Great. And what's wrong? Why? By ID is by name. Oh my god. Cry. How will you put? Okay, did it. Magic. And you will be done basically. This is the workflow almost exactly like I built it down here. It's always a bit different because it's always like you just improve each time you make it again. Yeah, this you can sell that to company or subscription or like a one-time payment. And if you don't want to build it yourself, which I advise to build it yourself, you'll progress much faster. You can grab it in the community down below in the description. It will go on a subscription. The community, for the moment, it is just a one-time payment and lifetime access. So hurry up, because I didn't create everything in it yet, so I don't feel like putting a subscription. But I also want only people which are really involved and active, not just ghosts on the community. So that's why there is a subscription. So hope you like it. If you have any question, you can simply put it down in the comment. I will answer or make a video about it. And if not, see you soon.